it's dry. This really would be hazardous in the wet.
Yeah, oh, totally. A little bit discombobulating.
So what does Pogačar do? How can he beat Mathieu van der Poel? How does Tadej Pogačar beat Mathieu van der Poel?
The only
can
way,
he do it?
The only way that I think he can beat him now is if Ganna he sits on. They've got 57 seconds, but he's not. It's not in his nature, is it? Tadej Pogačar doesn't like sitting on. He wants to choose these lines as well. Remember how skilled Van der Poel is, but Tadej Pogačar probably realises that Ganna poses a little bit of a threat, so they need to keep the pressure on. Like, it's not in the nature of Pogačar to ride for second place, but he really needs to think about this. The only way that he can win this now is misfortune or to go super, super long on the Via Roma. But what we've seen from Van der Poel today on the climb, that acceleration and the attack over the top, he's just on brilliant form.
He's piling the pressure on the descent.
13 seconds.
Filippo Ganna has taken time back, and you can see them around that corner going out of sight. But Pogačar, by the looks of it, was trying to apply a bit of pressure to Van der Poel, who's sticking limpet-like through this series of tight hairpins now. This left-hander, this sharp left-hander, and then another right-hand hairpin to come.
Yeah, he's really attacking this descent. No, what they don't want, Ganna getting back is going to make it really complicated. Who's going to chase Ganna if Ganna goes? That's the one. It's really going to add a little bit of spice, and Ganna continues to eat in.
Where is he? Where's that red jersey? There he is, not too far behind. That's not even 9 seconds. I make that more like 5 or 6. Ganna's coming in fast. And when he gets there, he'll just hit them and go long.
Yes.
And then the questions will pile up and the complications really, really muddy a picture that looked very clear when the two went clear of Ganna on the Poggio. A brilliant ride from Filippo Ganna in particular on that climb.
It certainly
From
is.
all three of them in their different ways.
Yeah, Van der Poel just laying off the wheel wisely as Tadej Pogačar continues to put a lot of pressure on off that freshly surfaced road. 7 seconds it's Ganna. I think it might be a little bit less on this particular section of the Poggio is imminently rideable. It really is. This man still believes he's got a chance. All he needs to do is, all he needs to do, it's not that simple, but take a bit of a run up at those two and go clear, and there will be a hesitation. Who is going to be the man, should he attack, that's going to chase them back down? Probably going to be Van der Poel, to be perfectly honest with you.
Little wobble left from Filippo Ganna, but all the technicalities of the Poggio descent are behind them now. It is straight, and then they'll drop down onto the Via Roma, onto the road that leads to the Via Roma.
Yeah, 2.5 kilometres to go, a little bit under. They'll soon be taking that right-hander off the descent. Where is Ganna? He'll be coming into view very shortly. There is the man in red, in pursuit. The former world pursuit champion, pursuing two of the finest riders we have ever seen in this sport. What an edition of Milan-San Remo we have been treated to today as Ganna continues to fight. And now he's on home turf here. This is where he could shut the gap.
So Filippo Ganna takes the race onto the Corso Cavalotti and the run into the finish line. 2 kilometers of this extraordinary edition of Milan-San Remo to go. Mathieu van der Poel should be the favourite from this position, but Filippo Ganna, well, his presence at the front of the race could change everything. These two, though, still have to work together to keep the threat of the marauding Italian at bay.
Yeah, he's closing it, saying 9 seconds. I think it's a little bit less than that with almost every pedal stroke. You can see them in his crosses. Look at the face of Ganna. What a season he has had so far. Second in this race a couple of years ago, shaves the apex, trying to shorten this line. 6 seconds it's saying now as the two in front continue to relay.
Well, can Filippo Ganna produce an extraordinary finale to this extraordinary edition of the race? Pogačar looks around, checks, sees that flash of red incoming, double checks, asks Van der Poel, who wordlessly goes to the front. They look round, they've still got the gap, but it is shrinking to Filippo Ganna, who is now running out of meters. This is going to be one long final kilometre.
He needs to hit them straight away, take a breath and hit them hard. That's what he needs to do now, because there's a hesitation here. Although they're continuing to ride, they're not going full gas on the front. They know that this man's behind. Look at the pace of Ganna. Will he use that momentum to go clear? Into the right hand, it's the world champion, followed by Van der Poel, followed by Ganna. Nearly on terms, Ned.
Ganna comes back. 500 metres to go, and he is in the mix. Now, one breath, and the Italian has to hit them hard, hit them long, and get away, and confuse the pair who thought they had this race between them. Mathieu van der Poel then, from the front, they're all lining up on the man with the fastest finish, but don't forget what a kick Filippo Ganna has. Pogačar has it all to do to try and win this race. He is on the back foot now, the world champion, as Van der Poel looks round and they slow right up. 500 metres to go. Checks again, Van der Poel. Ganna, they're easing right up. Some other riders could yet come into this. We don't know where that group behind is. They're out of sight for now. Pogačar playing a very, very cool game, drops right off to try and launch a long one. Van der Poel on the left-hand side of the road, Ganna on the right, Pogačar winding it up, but Van der Poel goes long. That's a risk. That is a big risk. He's opened up his sprint over 300 metres from the line. Ganna trying to shut it, and Pogačar is on the wheel of the Italian. All three of these riders could win from here, but Van der Poel holds them off. Ganna in second place, Pogačar in third. That was a race for the ages. You'll have to wait a very, very long time to see a better Milan-San Remo for men than that. And Van der Poel has done it again, and done it with such bravery, such style, and such brilliance. Pogačar threw everything at this man, and he had the answer to absolutely every question.
Champions and entertainers. Here is the sprint for the final step. It is Magnus Cort Nielsen coming through. Wow. It's a Matthews on the right-hand side, two Australians neck and neck. It looks like Matthews is going to, yes, he does get fourth place on the day.
Place for Michael Matthews, not what he wanted. Big group coming to the line there, roundly beaten by three of the very best we'll ever see at this bike race.
Yeah, it was Caden Groves up there as well. Caden Groves home in fifth place, making it first and fifth for Alpecin Deceuninck, but win number 2 in Milano San Remo. That was one of the best bike races you were ever likely to see. The battle we all wanted, so special to see. It was almost a shake of disbelief as Van der Poel came to a halt. He's been put under so much pressure. He really has. And Tadej Pogačar gave it every single thing that he could. And this man, I don't think has gone quite as deep for a long time in a bike race, but has chalked up yet another monument.
Matt, he was close to being cracked. He was very, very close to being cracked by Pogačar there.
That was a special race, mate. A special race.
Bye.
Van der Poel does it again, but what a different script. To hear these riders' thoughts at the end of this race, do stay on for that, because I, for one, am fascinated to hear what they might say. Caden Groves congratulates his teammate there, Van der Poel, who, as you say, has won yet another monument.
I think it was
possibly the hardest he's won.
Yeah, I mean, he was put on the ropes there, but also, I mean, he is in all of these riders in the form of their lives. They really are. Let's have a look at the sprint again. Van der Poel opens it. He's got space as well, so took the opportunity to go. He's already, look how many lengths is already clear. So it's a smart thing to do. I thought he'd gone a little bit too early.
Yep. He knew exactly what he had.
Yeah, he's on top of it. He's on top of the gear here, isn't he? They're basically, Ganna holding on for second, closes ever so slightly, but not much at all. And for the second time is the winner of Milano San Remo. Look at the face, look at the power.
It's a fantastic shot, and it gives you that
beautiful.
It gives you that impression. It's slightly uphill as well, isn't it? Perfectly suited kind of sprint for Mathieu van der Poel, who knows it better than anyone. Backed himself, knew he could go that distance. Just for a split second from that foreshortened head-on shot, it looked like the whole race might fortuitously come the way of Pogačar.